Series schedule for 1998. The Gumout Long Life Formula 100. Hi, everybody. Eli Gold, Dick Bergman, Buddy Baker, Glenn Jarrett, Matt Yoakum, and 43 of the best NASCAR Busch North Series teams set to go racing. Who has graduated from this division to make a name for themselves in Busch Series or NASCAR Winston Cup competition? Well, some outstanding names. Joe Bessie, Chuck Bowen. And how about the rest of that list, guys? Some pretty impressive names.
Randy LaJoie went on to win 2 championships in Busch Grand National.
Steve Park.
Andy Santerre and Mike Stefanik, who won 2 Touring Series titles a year ago, the Busch North and the Featherlight Modified Tour Championship. Let's check out the starting lineup for you. The field on their pace laps to begin 100 laps. Kelly Moore battling back from cancer. He wins the Bud Pole. Mike Stefanik, Jeff Taylor, and longtime series vet and former champion Jamie Obey. Brad Layton, he's a good one. Ted Christopher ran earlier today, albeit briefly in the Busch race. Jeff Barry and Martin Truex, a former winner here. I kind of thought Dale Shaw would do better and longer in Busch Series competition when he got with the Finch team. It just never worked out.
Well, stick around. If he finishes this race today with the car whole, he's going to take that same car to Nazareth next weekend and run in Busch Grand National competition.
Jerry Marquis, Tony Hirschman reuniting with the Vecchio folks for this weekend's event.
Anybody knows Tony Hirschman, when he gets in that number 3 car modified, he's on his way to the front every time.
Number 27, yes, that is James Brown. Talk Tim Stockwell, young man from Thunder Road. Stub Fadden, the ageless one.
Well, he's 64. On his farewell tour.
Yes.
One of his final ever appearances here at New Hampshire. 64 years old.
And
young.
he's teaming with the 06 this weekend in Napa colors. That's the venerable Paulie Richardson.
Yeah, and you see Bodine there in the 21. Yes, he is a member of the Bodine family.
That's cousin Eric. Front row, though, Glenn Jarrett, a couple of wily old veterans, Kelly Moore and Mike Stefanik.
Absolutely, Eli. I don't think it gets any better than having 2 guys like that. 2 of the best known and most successful drivers in the Busch North Series right up on the front row. Kelly Moore beat Mike Stefanik by 5 1/1000ths of a second, a blink of an eye merely, to take the pole position from him. Stefanik, the defending series champion, he and Kelly Moore have won a lot of races. I think that the battle for the win today may come down between those cars. If I got to pick somebody, I'm going to go with Stefanik. He's due here at New Hampshire.
Kelly Moore has led the most laps at this racetrack in 22 Busch North Series events. He's led 357 laps. There you see the numbers, including Dave Dion, hosting the win in 1997. This is one of 4 events the NASCAR Busch North Series runs every year here at New Hampshire, and typically the Bayer family always trying to do something else extra for the drivers. They even have money up for grabs for a track championship that they run here every year.
Well, the Bears love racing, period, and they do everything they can for the guys that run regularly in this area. So let me tell everybody that's fixing to tune in, don't turn your set off, because this race will show you the way they used to do it. No radial tires here. They slide the cars through the corner. 3,100-pound cars, and they are very, very quick. So you're in for a good race.
And it's even been tough to make this field. 64 cars were in the garage when all this started. 25 of them driven by rookies. 21 guys didn't even get into the program. And this field is absolutely full of rookies who have never run in this racetrack or in this series before at this level of competition.
Brad Bennett and Martin Truex will be giving us our rides around New Hampshire International Speedway. Again, 100 laps. That's 105.8 miles around this New Hampshire International Speedway. Billy Ryder is on the flag stand. Green flag is in the air. Kelly Moore is in the green and white car. Stefanik in the red, white, and blue.
Stefanik wants to get down to the bottom, no matter what the tires are. This is New Hampshire. You want to be on the bottom, and he's got it. Everybody else sorting themselves out now, second and third.
Jeff Taylor, Jamie Obey, Brad Layton, Ted Christopher.
Jamie Obey, a past series champion here. Brad Layton, look at him slipping and sliding. You were saying it, buddy. There it is. Cars right out sideways. Again, Layton in the 55 and his hung out. Christopher in the 13. That's a way of life for him being sideways.
55 is Layton, Christopher in the 13.
That 88 of Taylor had a great qualifying run. He started third. This is only his third start ever in this series.
Right, he's the 5-time Pro Stock champ from Oxford Plains Speedway in Maine.
Yeah, said this place was just like Oxford. I don't know.
You know what's interesting, though? Taylor, right there, the 88, runs his own chassis design underneath that Taurus skin.
And just in front of there, that's Martin Truex driving the 6 car this year.
Truex from New Jersey. Former race winner here.
Professional fisherman, believe it or not. His occupation is to go about 35 miles offshore. Trouble.
Caution there as the 33 loops its way around. Kerry Anderson brings out. Nope, they're going to keep the caution away. Looked as though Billy Ryder was reaching for the yellow, but they will stay under green. So Mike Stefanik and Kelly Moore continue to show the way.
Well, that was lucky for Kerry Anderson. This is his 4th start here at New Hampshire. He has never finished, always crashed. His goal today was don't crash. So far, so good, kind of.
Kelly Moore there in the green car in 2nd place. You can see him gaining up on our leader right now. He has a very, very good car. He's able to stay low.
Here's Kerry Anderson's problem again.
Oh, he's on the flat, and he comes up, makes contact there with 30. You can see him getting around, getting in the throttle, now on the brake.
All right, Denny Doyle was in the 30, and a good job by Tracy Gordon in the 14 to miss Anderson. So we stay under green again here, lap number 4 of 100. The Gumout 100 for the NASCAR Busch North Series. Tom Carey is their point leader. Stefanik, who leads this race in the 51. He is 2nd in points. And there's Kelly Moore right there in that green and white machine. Kelly is the winningest driver in NASCAR Busch North Series competition. 15 wins. Bobby Dragon, who is in that number 7 car for Quint Bovair, he has 14 wins.
Bovair has got 3 series championships. Should have been 4. Believe it or not, he was just a little bit late with an entry form and was not able to run one of the races. He would have had a 4th championship had he been on time with his entry. 5 points was all he needed to win the championship. Somebody forgot to mail the letter. Yeah, they'll remember that one forever. Yeah. He winces still when you talk with him about it.
That was Bobby Dragon and the green number 7 there. You can see Tom Bowles there in the 76 just behind him trying to get the position off the corners. They run virtually side by side off the corner. You see Bowles taking a lower line down the front straightaway.
That's for 10th spot if Bowles can pull it off. Bowles and the family in their 25th season of NASCAR competition. Of course, Tom also drives on the Featherlight Modified Tour. He's in Kurt Chase's number 77 Modified.
That's Tom Carey going by there in the 42, taking the spot away.
And he's hot. Last weekend, he won his first ever in this series at Riverside Park Speedway. Comes into this race as the points leader with a win in 4th place so far.
Former track champion at Riverside Park, as you'd expect him to do well there in Agawam, Massachusetts. Back up front, though, it's already 2 seconds from Stefanik and Moore back to Jamie Obey running 3rd.
Michael came onto the scene in IndyCars as a winner. I'm very proud of the fact that he's carrying on the Andretti name. I'll never forget the first really competitive pass that he did on me. We banged wheels a little bit, and he was gone. Adios, Dada.
The Andrettis rely on the same Texaco Haviland Formula 3 motor oil you can buy right off the shelf.
That's my boy.
And for your cooling system, get Haviland Extended Life Antifreeze from Texaco.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. night's young, and it's just begun, as she puts her hand in mine.
Come along. Mailman, it's been a long time.
Whoa! Mailman! You grew hair!
That's right. Couldn't have done it without my Rogaine.
The new Rogaine Extra Strength for Men. It's concentrated. It gets more to the root to grow 45% more hair than the original.
Nice rebound.
Carl, sign my Rogaine?
The new Rogaine. 45% more hair.
It delivers for me.
4 tires fueling out the door.
We asked the hottest guys in the pits to switch antiperspirants.
Ultra dry degree, body heat activated.
When your body heat rises degrees, new ultra dry form releases extra protection.
Worked better than my old stick.
It kept me dry. Ultra dry.
New from Degree.
There's nothing like the feeling of a new car. We bought the Armor All Protectant. It shines, it protects. It's new car juice.
TNN Motorsports live coverage of the Gumout 100 is being brought to you by Texaco. Texaco, a world of energy. There are the leaders, Mike Stefanik and Kelly Moore. They are now 2 9/10 seconds ahead of everybody else. That's Jason Manafort to the number 75. He spun moments ago while we were on break. Watch this. There was no caution.
3 wide. Does not work here.
Little contact there as he starts in. You can see the 59 there getting into the left rear corner and turning him as he starts into the corner.
That was road racer Lou Rettenmeyer and the number 59 who was there as well. But again, he did a full 360 and kept on trucking, so no caution as Jason Manafort continues on his way.
Maybe you never heard of that sponsor on the rear quarter panel. That's because that sponsor builds a machine that goes into abandoned buildings and drills concrete. Some very unusual sponsors here in this series. Manafort's in the construction business.
So I think I knew that, but
he's in the construction business and he's one of their customers. So there it is. The folks that sponsor the car enjoy the races, and I'm sure they got a group here that are cheering them on.
So Manafort continues on his way after the spin. He's in 36th position right now. We're 15 laps in. There's Brad Layton in the 55.
Ted Christopher in the 13 there. They've had a war going on ever since this race started. It was much closer just a lap before this. Ted Christopher is very good getting in the corner. You can see the 55 sweeps out just a little bit in the center part of the corner there.
Layton won the series opener. Christopher won the last 2 races in the series in 1997. Now, you don't want to go to war with him. He is a very, very tough guy. He curls 200 pounds, benches 360.
There was nearly a swap around as the leaders got caught in behind Glenn Brio in the Ocean Spray number 89. And Kelly Moore closed in but couldn't take advantage.
Mike Stefanik, winner of the Spring Sizzler last weekend at Stafford Springs Speedway.
What a great race.
Yeah, and was he ever lucky? Because last year he won the championship in this series and also the NASCAR Modified Series, the Featherlight Modifieds. And now he's got a shot to do it again because these 2 races were supposed to conflict. They didn't because of rain. And look at this.
Here goes Kelly.
Kelly Moore on the inside in the green and white car making a move on Stefanik as they head down in turn 3. Stefanik will have to let him go.
Stefanik's car was skating a little bit there in the corner, too. He didn't get the good grip, and Kelly Moore on lap number 18 will take over the lead. Glenn, is there a problem with Stefanik?
Yeah, I was interested to see what would happen, Eli, when Kelly finally caught up to Mike and got his nose up under him. On the very first lap of the race, Stefanik radioed in and told the crew the car was loose in and loose off. However, he was able to just ever so gradually pull away from Kelly. But when they ran up on that traffic and Kelly got the nose under him, loosened him way up, was able to make the pass. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. He's only run 18 laps, but he's already got a loose condition. Mike Stefanik may have a little bit of a longer day than he hoped.
Loose in, loose off. That is loose, period.
And they will And they will not need to pit here for fuel. The tires and fuel will go the entire distance. So Stefanik is just going to have to wrestle with that car and do the best that he can with it. He can adjust the brakes, which, by the way, he did in qualifying. Believe it or not, coming down the home straightaway here at about 140 miles an hour, he adjusted the brakes on his qualifying lap. And he can still do that, and he can still find different lines, but going to the pits and having it squared away, not likely.
Eli, you can see that these guys have been going at it since the very start. Brad Layton there in the 55, he has a little bit of a problem in the center part of the corner. Ted Christopher right now is having to hold back. You can see right there, he run right up on him, and both of them look loose off the corner to me.
Keep an eye on him as this race works its way now 20 laps in. Interesting to note that the leader, Kelly Moore, of course, has won here. He was the 1993 track champion. Mike Stefanik, he's running second. He has won here. Brad Layton, he's run third now. He's won here, and so has Ted Christopher. So has Jamie Albee. So has Dale Shaw. The top 6 on the leaderboard right now have all won here. How about the 0-6? Got to talk a little bit about Paulie Richardson right there. The great super modified ace who battled back from some rather serious injuries over the years. He said to me yesterday that Eli said 1,800-pound cars, 900-plus horsepower. Said, that's what I'm used to racing. I just want to get in the race. And he did. He's about to go a lap down. But what a great storyteller Paulie Richardson was. We sat around and talked a good bit yesterday.
What a brave guy he is. In 1996, the throttle hung on his super modified at Star Speedway. He went into the wall head on, broke his back. Complications developed in the hospital. At first, they thought he was never going to walk again. Then they thought he wasn't going to survive. He battled back again. His very first race in a race car at Star Speedway in a super modified, he won. And last year, he won the track championship and retired from super modified competition in Victory Lane.
You can see Kelly Moore got tied up in that lap traffic, and Mike Stefanik pulled right back on his rear bumper. These guys right here, Ted Christopher, now moved in within about 10 car lengths of the lead car.
That rainbow-colored car, Mike Olson, was the man who kind of got things muddled up just a bit. He was keeping his line, but they had to really pick their way around him. Glenn Sullivan going a lap down now in the Les Cares Kitchens entry.
You can see Mike Stefanik right now having the same problems Kelly Moore had getting by that traffic, and he's gotten collected up by Layton now.
And here comes Christopher also. Go around the 27 of James Brown. He used to have painted on his car when he had no sponsor. His car really used to say, I feel good. It really did. Just like the Godfather of Soul. That's what he had painted on his car when there was no sponsor.
Well, the company he's got now is a light bar manufacturer. In fact, the wreckers running around this racetrack all have lights on them made by his sponsors.
And that's one thing right now that Mike Stefanik did not want to have is a car directly up under him. If he has a loose condition, what that does, a wall of air gets under the car, makes it loose just like it shows right there. You can see the car sideways in the corner. It's an aerodynamic thing, and right now Brad Layton does not want to waste time because Stefanik is too loose to stay in front of him.
Layton's a good one. He erased most of Ricky Craven's rookie records in the Busch North Series a couple years ago. He was second most laps led a couple years back as he tries Stefanik. And he's keeping a pretty good dialogue open, Layton is, between himself and Terry Labonte. Of course, he was in one of Terry's cars here a year ago, and they still talk on a regular basis, maybe looking at options for the future as Layton tries for second spot.
He's got it. He makes the move going into turn 3. You see Layton getting the preferred line on the very bottom of the racetrack. Ted Christopher looking, trying to get by Stefanik also.
He's gonna. Was that smoke off Christopher's right rear tire?
Yeah, when he went onto the flat of the racetrack, when he went underneath the line. So Stefanik not with a good lap right there, losing a couple of spots. We are 27 laps in to the 100. The race leader is Kelly Moore. We're coming right back.
Which plant food do America's top professional growers use? Let's go right to the source.
Bonnie Plant Farm grows over 100 million plants. Got to have the right stuff. Every time we water, we feed these plants with Miracle-Gro. The quality, the vitality, the character of the plant is much better. Look at the roots on this rascal. It wraps all the way around the plant. And it's done this because it has been fed with Miracle-Gro for 6 weeks. We use the very best seed and the very best plant food, Miracle-Gro.
No, I was into all that extreme stuff when I was your age. Just didn't have a fancy name for it. Because I never had a Subaru Outback Sport either.
Too bad, Uncle. This beauty's got a ton of cargo space. Full-time all-wheel drive, more horsepower than a RAV4. You never did that, I'll bet.
Sure we did. But what's the rope for?
Outback Sport, part of the Outback family from Subaru.
Husky, the toughest name in tools. Guaranteed forever. Available at the Home Depot.
Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner is uniquely formulated to instantly release brake dust and road grime, so your wheels will look new, even if your car isn't. Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner outperforms all leading wheel cleaners.
That's me, Bill. Here we are at the Super 8.
For reservations, call 1-800-800-8000.
Pain keeping you awake? Now the effervescent power of new Alka-Seltzer PM gives you complete relief. Alka-Seltzer Speed plus a gentle sleep aid. The 100% solution to nighttime pain. New Alka-Seltzer PM. Sleep well.
The McCreary Tires, for years a tire of choice, but now the name is American Racer. Same tire, but the McCreary family no longer involved in the tires, so they've changed the name to American Racer. Same tire, but that's the tire of choice now for the NASCAR Busch Series. Kerry Anderson about stacked up a whole host of folks seconds ago.
Wow.
Flat right front.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he did that right in front of the leaders.
Exactly.
It was 3 wide going into the first turn, and Anderson did a great job. Moved the car up, and the leaders got by.
Kelly Moore, though, look at that. He's in the green and white car. Brad Layton has caught him. And on the right of your screen, Ted Christopher. Different car from a year ago, Buddy Baker, but the scenario is the same regarding Ted Christopher.
A lot of times it's not the era, it's the Indian that counts. And I tell you right now, this guy is doing a great job right now. Brad Layton in second place has run Kelly Moore down also. But Ted Christopher understands what it takes to get around this racetrack. And a lot of times the car is not the most important part.
That's the tire change on Anderson's machine. They can't even get the car up to get the jack beneath.
They got a fire going on underneath that thing.
Yeah. Safety crew, as you see, is right there on hand.
Big rush, but they may as well pack it in. Their laps down. Got to fight the fire, fix the tire, and here's the leaders. Going by yet again.
Kelly Moore and Brad Layton. Layton started out of the Old American Canadian Tour. And he was the 1995 champion there, then moved to the NASCAR Busch North Series, won Rookie of the Year honors in 1996.
Kelly Moore has run every single race in this series, all 210 of them. 15 wins, won twice here, 93, 94. 39 years old, started the season out with a crash DNF, had his head in his hands last week at Riverside Park after a bad qualifying run. Just kept saying in the truck, he said, gee, I've got to do something. My crew is going to get down. I've got to do better than this. What a terrible way to start the season. So what'd he do? Wound up second that night. Here he is leading today. I'd say the crew better be pretty happy with him.
I would think so. And again, the bigger story is the fact that he has battled back from cancer. He is a survivor. And, you know, went through a good bit of radiation treatment. It was not easy, but he's battled back and looks healthier than ever and is obviously running awfully well. We mentioned that in third place, Ted Christopher. Let's see if he can close in now as they work around Glenn Brio in the 89, or can Layton use Brio to get by?
Well, you see Christopher there in the 13 moving into the frame there. He has pulled it down. Now all 3 of the lead cars are nose to tail as they go through turn 3 and down towards turn 4.
That is a good arrow he's got, by the way, buddy. That thing won twice on the road course last year.
That's a road racing arrow, though. That's the interesting thing.
Is that a crooked arrow? Do you
I guess it'd be
boy. You guys are too much. Okay, look at Layton now. He's making advantage here. As they went into the corner, Kelly Moore slid up just a little bit. Brad Layton takes the lead.
He used Mike Gallo, the 92, as a bit of a pick right there. Gallo got into this race by winning the last chance qualifier earlier this morning at 10 o'clock. And look at that. Kelly goes from the point to third on that exchange. Meanwhile, the driver who has the best winning percentage in all of the NASCAR Busch Series until today is now in the garage area. Kip Stockwell. He had started one race. He won it. But Matt Yoakum, I believe his day is done, huh?
That day was high atop Corey Hill at Thunder Road, Eli. Kip Stockwell. Early exit today. Kip, what put you out?
We broke a right front brake caliper. The red up on a supply Oldsmobile ran great all week, and I hate it for the guys because they've done a really nice job all week. We just broke a caliper, and you know, we had a vibration right at the beginning. I started braking, losing the brake pedal a little, and I could smell brake fluid, so that's what put us out for the day. We'll be back next time.
An early exit, but if you take a look at this car, it has a little bit of history behind it. It's an old Ricky Craven Busch North car, and Steve Park drove this car to victory at Nazareth in a Busch North race.
Kip Stockwell's day is done. Had never been on a track this big either. He ran at St. Air and at Richmond International Raceway, a couple of 3/4-mile tracks, but never on a big track like this. His day ends early. Now we're looking from Brad Bennett backwards towards the race leader, Brad Layton. Bennett's in 30th, about to be lapped.
Boy, Layton's just blowing them all off. I'll tell you, though, a couple of laps ago, you may have seen it in the majority of your screen. Layton went by Eric Bodine, and Bodine's car just got right out sideways, and I bet his heart was in his mouth.
It was
then
north, south, and then back north again. He got her back straight, though.
See where Eric Bodine is sponsored by a wine company?
Isn't that great? And they've got a bottle of wine with a car on it. That's basically all you see when you look at the bottle of wine is the race car. And I'd buy just for the race car myself.
Oh, of course, sure. For medicinal purposes only.
That's such a good souvenir. I don't know if you could drink it.
41 laps on the board of 100. Brad Layton took over the lead at 37. Lap 37. Watch what happened a few moments ago also as Bobby Dragon had some problems, I believe. No, it was actually Tom Bowles. And now watch Dragon. Yeah, he was in the mix too. Watch this.
Oh, Dragon sideways and slides up into Bowles there. He went down as far as he could go, hit the flat part of the racetrack, and the car broke loose. Dragon very lucky not to spin.
Just kind of caught that out of the corner of the eye, but everybody continues on their way. 42 laps on the board of 100. Caution free thus far. And that man, Brad Layton, took over the lead at lap 37. And still shows the way.
The knife and stone. It was a knife of mythic proportions. And no one could resist the pull of the knife. And then one day came the answer. It takes a big, juicy Outback steak to unlock the true potential of the legendary Outback steak knife.
Just what I was looking for.
Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Now, if I could only find the fork in the road.
So, what are we going to do today, Matt?
Shave it off. All of it. Just...
Okay.
No, it's just this dandruff. It goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back.
Well, we can take care of that.
Head and Shoulders?
With regular shampoo, flakes can keep coming back. But Head and Shoulders helps prevent flakes before they start. You may never see flakes again.
And your hair looks great.
Glad I didn't do something stupid like shave my head.
Head and Shoulders changes dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Join Gary Chapman as he brings out the best each night with the brightest stars. Primetime Country, Monday through Thursday, 9 Eastern on TNN. Brought to you by Kellogg's, with good taste, nutrition, and value. The best of you each morning from Kellogg's.
Can you hear it? Can you feel it? It's the Grand Ole Opry. And right now, you can make it an Opry Ryman weekend in Nashville for a special low price. You'll see the new stars, the superstars, and the legends. together on the one and only Grand Ole Opry stage. You'll visit the world-famous Ryman Auditorium for Bye Bye Love. It's the fabulous new show celebrating the music of the Everly Brothers. And you'll take a Grand Ole Opry tour of Nashville. Opry Ryman Weekender packages start at just $58. So call 615-889-3060 now for reservations and information. The Opry Ryman Weekender. It's a weekend you'll never forget. Call now and save. 615-889-3060. The Opry Ryman Weekender. Be there.
Welcome back, everybody. We are under caution here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Lap 46. That is the Jason Manafort car that is sitting up in the wall. Looked as though he and Billy Penfold were coming to the straightaway, and Penfold sent Manafort at first look up towards the wall. We'll take a look again and see if we can follow up. Already Manafort spinning there, and everybody else tries to avoid.
Manafort actually got into the inside of the guardrail down the front straightaway and veered out to the outside wall there. So there was a lot going on there.
Big hit right there. Meanwhile, Mike Stefanik is now coming down pit road for what would have to be an unscheduled stop. You can take on 2 tires under caution in NASCAR Busch North Series competition. And at lap 47, they tend to Manafort up there in the corner. You can see him unhooking his safety paraphernalia, so that is certainly good.
He also has the window net down. That means the driver's okay as you see him step out of the car there.
The other car you saw spinning through your picture, Brian Wall, continued on. And it looked as though Billy Penfold was right there as the accident began. Again, not pointing the accusatory finger, but he was certainly the 3rd car in the vicinity. Penfold is the son of Ray Penfold, the great dirt track star in Maine and all across New England.
You know, Mike Stefanik just stopped, but he was going backwards. He had a definite handling problem, so he feels that he made the right call, I'm sure, by going in, adjusting on this car, and trying to fight his way back to the front.
So we'll get an update from pit road from the Burnham Boilers team in just a moment or so.
Marty Truex also stopped. Changed tires on his car. Truex had started 8th today. So some of the leaders pull it into the pits here. They're going to have a long way to go.
We'll update you from pit road shortly, but right now we break away from New Hampshire International Speedway. More of the Gumout 100 after this.
No multi-million-dollar contracts. No victory laps. Not even a winner's circle. But if you think these weekend warriors who run the SCORE Desert Championship Series take anything for granted, think again. Which is exactly why they run with the Duralast battery from AutoZone. A battery so tough, so dependable, we back it with a 2-year free replacement guarantee. The next time you hit the road, don't settle for anything less.
Hold it, Harry. You know you can't use Duraloop fuel treatment in your Indy car. It's an unfair advantage.
I'm not allowed to use this product in my Indy car, but in my road car, I want the Duraloop advantage.
Duraloop is scientifically formulated to clean, condition, and protect your fuel system for a smoother running engine with more power and less harmful emissions. Duraloop fuel treatment, tomorrow's technology today.
We are 1 lap shy of halfway for the NASCAR Busch North Series teams. The Gumout 100 here at New Hampshire International Speedway. We're under the first caution flag of the day as we had Jason Manafort spinning up into the wall in turn number 1. Brad Layton is the leader, Ted Christopher, then Kelly Moore. How about old Dale Shaw having worked his way up towards the front? Tell you, Dale Shaw, he's at a home run for a sponsor, that's for darn sure. And Jamie Obey will follow up on that in a second. Meanwhile, Glenn, Mike Stefanik made an unscheduled stop before. What was the deal?
Yeah, Eli, they came in. They weren't expecting a pit stop, but they, as I reported to you guys earlier, he had a big vibration in the car. He said both right side tires are vibrating. Take a look at the tires. You will see why. Look at the extreme blisters on these tires. Remember, we told you that Mike's car was very, very loose to start the race on. This is the result of the looseness of that race car. That's a big problem. He could not have finished the race on these tires. I don't think they would have gone much more than 5-10 more laps, but he's got fresh rubber on it now. Hopefully that'll take care of the problem, but that's serious blisters tires right there.
Again, these are bias ply tires. McCreary, or their new name, American Racer. Goodyear tires were in the first race, the NASCAR Busch Series race. These are McCreary American Racer tires. Let's quickly go to Matt Yoakum.
Well, Eli, taking a look at Martin Truex's tires, you can see his tires look pretty good. If we can pan down at his tires, you can see this set one came off. A little bit wear on the outside shoulder there, inside shoulder, but his tires look pretty good. He was tight in the center off, so they made some adjustments with air pressure and wedge.
Jeff Taylor, who started third, has also pitted, so he's in the back of the pack. Stefanik is going to take the green in 24th spot after starting on the pole.
That's Martin Truex we're looking at.
Well, we reported he was loose, but you could see why. He lost about 20% of the rubber that was actually gripping the racetrack. And when you cook that rubber like that and it makes the blister, when you lose it, it is like grease on the right rear.
Green flag in the air. Brad Layton shows the way. Ted Christopher, Kelly Moore, Dale Shaw up to fourth. Jamie Obey in fifth. We've got half the race remaining now.
A lot of traffic going down that backstretch.
Bobby Dragon in the 7. Tom Bowles the 76. They're 8th and 9th. Jerry Marquis right behind them.
Jerry Marquis, surprising me. He is normally one of the front runners every time we come up here. Right now, he's battling pretty hard to get track position and get himself in a spot where he can race these guys for the win.
And that's in a Hampshire-only car. This is the only racetrack of the whole series where they run this car. Developed, designed, set up just for New Hampshire.
He won here in July of last year. Jerry did. Our Winston Cup weekend that we brought you here on TNN Motorsports.
Because Marquis trying to get under Bowles as they head down into turn one. I hope he sees him down there. You can see Marquis backs out, lets the 76 of Bowles go to the inside, and they did not make contact. Heads up move.
If you're a Rick Fuller fan, he has just taken the number 84 car to the garage area, joining Kip Stockwell and Jason Manafort. This is for position. This is for 9th. Marquis in that orange, yellow and black 15. Tom Bowles in the familiar 76. Mike Gallo going to the garage as we keep you appraised of the attrition rate while we watch a problem for the number 20 machine of Ed Spencer.
The
Kept
third.
it off the wall.
The third.
Left side of that car is banged in. He's come in contact with somebody. Ollie Richardson in the 06.
I asked if that was Uncle Jimmy's car, and he said no, it's our own car, but Jimmy Spencer supplies the motors for that car.
Right, that car lives in Berwick, Pennsylvania. And Brad Layton leads by 1 1/10. That's he on the left of your screen in that blue machine. Watch what happened to Spencer here before in the 20 car.
Oh,
and that's
man.
what happened.
Yep, 3 wide. That'll do it every time.
Yeah, he got punted out of the way by Anderson in the 33.
Hey, it's not over yet. He's fighting for control there. That car was all the way sideways. Great driving on Spencer's part there to get it back straight.
Great camera work to have that, too. It was pretty deep in the field that happened.
Closing in right again on Paulie Richardson in the 06. We're at 56 laps of 100. 16 Stub Fadden right there.
64 years young, Stub Fadden. Unbelievable.
Well, between the two Napa cars here today, got to have 115, 120 years on this planet.
Yeah, well, 114 to be quite exact about the whole thing. 70 years of racing and over 450 documented feature wins. Not somebody guessing how many races did you win. Documented feature wins between those two champions.
Here's Stefanik trying to make the move inside and does. That'll be 21st spot that he grabs from Stub Fadden. There's Eric Bodine in the middle of your screen there, number 21, that blue and gold car.
father is the brother of Jeff Bodine, Ref Bodine and Todd Bodine.
There's a great battle right there for third that goes away in a giant hurry.
Tom Carey just took it away from Christopher there. Christopher, one of the real big players before the stop, but right now he seems to be going in the wrong direction.
And Dale Shaw also went on through. Let's get an update from Matt Yoakum.
The trouble with the 13 car, too tight, he says. And I quote him, he says, this car is way too tight. He said, I'm just trying to hang on right now. He said, you know, if we could just get some sunshine, it might loosen it up a little bit. As Chris said, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe in July.
59 laps.
Well, Christopher's going to get another chance to race anyway. He goes from here to Riverside Park tonight. He's going to run a modified there. Tomorrow afternoon, he'll be in the London Waterford Speed Bowl in a midget and in a modified. 2 divisions here this weekend. He's got to love it to run as much as he does.
Eli, that right now, Jeff Berry is doing a great job in the 22. He's running Christopher down. He caught him some 8 car lengths. I don't know whether Christopher's that bad off right now, but you can see him close in as they head down towards turn 4. Very, very quick, Berry is.
Same car he ran last week on a little tiny quarter mile at Riverside.
That's the one thing. You're dealing with very restrictive budgets in the NASCAR Busch North Series. That's why you see short track cars out here, the 13 being a road course car and so on. And Glenn, I know you've been watching Ted Christopher's progress today. It's that do what they've done in that road course car is awfully good.
Well, it is, Eli, but I think some things may have caught up with them right now. As Matt said, he was reporting the car was real tight. What that's done is superheated the tires. Now he's reporting a vibration. If it's the same kind of vibration that Mike Stefanik was experiencing, then Ted has probably got some blistering going on those tires. That's not a good sign. Anytime you hear a guy talk about a vibration that just suddenly appeared on bias ply tires, he's probably got a blister problem.
There's trouble up in the corner, turns 3 and 4. We had a couple of machines spinning. Pulling away on the scene, though, are the number 6. That would be Martin Truex, who carries our in-car camera. Ed Spencer getting through right there in the number 20 machine. So caution is on the Speedway. But again, Martin Truex, the AutoZone Chevy, one of the first that went around in the corner. So we'll come back and reset it for you. 63 of 100 laps complete. That is the race leader, Brad Layton, showing the way here in New Hampshire.
You need a muffler. And you need it now. Right now, at participating Midas shops, the famous Economizer Plus muffler is just $29.95 for a limited time only. $29.95, and it's guaranteed. So get into Midas now for a great muffler for just $29.95. Before it's too late.
Mailman, it's been a long time.
Whoa! Mailman! You grew hair! That's right. Couldn't have done it without my Rogaine.
The new Rogaine Extra Strength for Men. It's concentrated. It gets more to the root to grow 45% more hair than the original.
Nice rebound.
Carl, sign my Rogaine. The new Rogaine. 45% more hair.
It delivers for me.
Got a few minutes to spare? New Turtle Wax Express Shine can quickly make your car look showroom new. Just spray on and wipe off. Turtle Wax Express Shine is carnauba enriched for a brilliant glow and long-lasting protection. And it works for all finishes, including clear coats. So try new Turtle Wax Express Shine and get a great Turtle Wax shine in just minutes. And come down hard on grease with new Turtle Wax Purple Muscle Heavy Duty Cleaner.
In racing, there are no second chances. You blink, you lose. You win. It's a rush. Split Fire, the choice of NHRA Winston Pro Stock champion Jim Yates, because performance is everything.
Split Fire spark plugs. What a rush! It's always been my way or no way, right? So when I go away, I stay at Super 8. I want it comfortable. Am I right? I want my VIP discount and friendly people. But not too friendly. Life's great at Super 8.
Oh.
I thought that was a second.
Some of the interesting sponsors you see around the NASCAR Busch North Series, including God, guaranteed overnight delivery. They call it the God car. And there's Eric Bodine's Bully Hill Vineyards. And I told you, yeah. And I told you before, Dale Shaw hit a home run with his sponsor. There's the number 60. And who is the sponsor on the quarter panel? Ted Williams.
And who built the car? Dale Shaw. And you don't see that very much in big-time racing anymore, but Shaw welded that thing up. Let's go to Matt.
Well, Dick, we told you that the 13 car Ted Christopher picked up. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Oh, boy. Strips of the rubber. He definitely blistered this tire all the way down to the cords. No wonder he picked up a vibration. Good luck for him that he got that caution when he did.
Looks like he outdid Stefanik.
Absolutely. That saved him a car right there, because when you blow the right front tire, it's much more severe than the right rear. You go head on into the wall, so that saved him that car.
And it says a lot about both those drivers that they didn't lose control of those cars either. To be able to hang on when you've got that little rubber and you've got that kind of a vibration. Not everybody can do that. In fact, almost nobody can do that. Buddy could do that.
Dale Earnhardt could do that.
Yeah, he could do
we're not going into that. Okay.
But it's a short list.
Why we're under caution, remember, we had that spin up in turn 3 and 4. That car's going around, and we'll ride with Martin Truex as he heads to the turn. Round he goes. Don't know if he had any help from the 66 to his inside, Dennis Phelps.
Eli, you can see the car jump a little bit sideways. Somebody give him a little touch there. Not much, but a little.
You know, as you look at the back end of these cars in these various shots, just take a look at how many of them have a yellow stripe on the bumper. Those are the rookies. See it right there in the back of Ed Spencer's car? That's a rookie. He's not got all the experience that some of these other guys have gotten. The stripe is there. Paul Richardson's got one, too, despite all his experience. They just don't have experience in this league.
Green flag. Brad Layton leads Kelly Moore back to the stripe.
And they do something in this division I really, really like. The lead cars come to the inside, which is the preferred line on restarts. That is very, very important, not on the outside, getting caught out there and changing the complexion of the race on lap cars.
Good point. Tom Carey as we ride with Brad Bennett now. Bennett's in 28th as you saw the field sort out around him. Layton, Moore, Carey, Shaw, and Jeff Barry. Jamie Olby back in 6th. Bobby Dragon 7th. Jerry Marquis is 8th. Billy Penfold is 9th. And G.G. Gravel now being shown in 10th. Tom Bowles is 11th. Dave Dion is 12th. Tony Hirschman 13th. Dennis Demers is 14th. Franklin Butler is in 15th. Ryan Wall, 16th position. Mike Stefanik now in 17th. Long way to go with just 32 laps remaining.
Kelly Moore putting extreme pressure right now on Layton as they go down the front straightaway. Moore really seems to have the faster car right now, and he's right in the worst spot you can possibly be. Right up under guy. You see a little contact there.
Kelly Moore, he led laps 18 through 36. And there's Carey right behind in the 42. Runner-up for Rookie of the Year a year ago, and the winner last week at Riverside Park.
Tom Carey, as you said, one of the hottest cars out here right now, pulls along beside Layton down the front straightaway. You see Layton said, I want that bottom part of the racetrack.
Well, Carey from 14th to 2nd.
There goes Dale Shaw in the 60. Thought about the outside.
That was just a passing thought, though. He got out there, got a little bit loose, and you can see the Taurus that he's driving right now is as quick as anybody. Dale Shaw has one great ability. Good near the end of every race that I've ever watched him run in.
Boy, did he and Randy LaJoie ever have a great race on TNN last year at South Boston Speedway in Virginia when he was driving at the time for James Finch.
Another great ability he has got is to use his head. He's one of the smarter race drivers. He won't use the car up. He'll take it as far forward as it'll go.
That's full contact racing.
That's 8th place right in the middle, too. Jerry Marquis was right in the middle of that.
Don't you like the bias ply tires, though? They get a little sideways and grab the car again.
There's Brad Bennett. We were riding with him moments ago, the number 4 car. the 33. 74 is Ben Roll, another of the Ray Bestis Rookie of the Year players for this year. Watch this again, looking from Brad Bennett backwards.
Ever so like.
Yeah.
Twice.
Well, you got a situation there where two guys wanted the exact same piece of real estate. One of them had it, the other one wanted it. It's still going on.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That would be the hat trick. 3 bumps. 73 laps on the board now. 27 remaining. Race has been slowed twice by caution. Stefanik has led, so is Kelly Moore, Brad Layton, and now Kelly Moore again.
Eli, these guys are having at it right now. As you can see, Layton right now in third, and the 42 car there, Tom Carey's doing a great job right now.
Carey is such an interesting story. 32 years old, more than anything in the whole world. He wants to be a full-time professional race driver, wants to go south and do it. He talked to his wife. She said, go ahead, quit your job, work on your race car. He's given him 2 years to get it done. Tom Carey is just basically giving up everything in life to try to make it to the big time. And boy, after that win at Riverside last week, running second here, doesn't it look like he's got a shot to make it?
Sure does.
Boy, I'm glad I didn't have a two-year window for me. I'd have been doing
his
something else.
situation's a little bit different. He's got 3 kids, and his wife's a school teacher. And, you know, you don't get rich driving race cars until you get to the absolute top echelon of Winston Cup.
These 4 cars look to be just exactly the same as far as speed. Going through the corners, they look like they're working very well. But right now, Dale Shaw, I think, sitting in 4th place, is kind of biding his time. I think he has some race car left.
Well, he's got 24 laps in which to show it. Through traffic. There's Christopher, the 13th. He's running back in 18th place now.
Wow, he's really come up through there because he had to come in on the last pit stop there, change the right side tires because of blistering on the right front, fighting his way back and trying to get good track position.
Behind him, he's got some breathing room. The blue car 4th back in line behind him is Stub Fadden. The next man he is racing going to his rear. And to the front, he's got the 45, who he is now caught and tries to make the move on Franklin Butler.
And I noticed Stefanik is just in front of them, so he's soldiering along, but I don't think that Mike Stefanik is handling the way he wants to.
Well, he's probably looking at the big picture, too. He knows the setup he's got on the car has blistered some tires pretty badly. There's Stefanik on the left side of your screen, the series defending champion out of the series last year. He's not going to burn those tires up. He needs to finish. He wants to finish. He's looking at another dual championship situation, and he could well have it.
He could. You know, at the beginning of the year, there were going to be 3 head-to-head conflicts between the Busch North schedule and the Featherlight Modified Tour. Now, because of rain, there are only going to be 2 head-to-head conflicts, and you never know. He might just be able to pull it off again.
Eli, I think y'all are right. Stefanik is just pedaling right now. You can see Christopher in 13. He's driving his heart out, though.
Meanwhile, the battle up front is a good one, too. Dale Shaw catching Brad Layton for 3rd.
Brad gets great forward bite off the corner there, and Shaw falls back about 2 car lengths down the back straightaway.
Only 21 laps to go.
And you got to wonder how their tires are and whether they're going to make it.
There's Stefanik and Christopher. That's 16th and 17th spot. Christopher's got the position.
On the outside.
Well, you have to say Stefanik knows he has a handling problem right now and is not going to abuse those tires. He may even have some blisters on the tires as we speak.
Now look at how far he's dropped back already, buddy.
You only had two tires you could change under caution, so they couldn't go all the way around when they made their stop back on lap 47.
Stefanik is such a smart racer. I mean, every move he makes is smart. Married a woman who owns a speed shop. How's that for a smart move for a racer?
Yep, Julie Cazella. Cazella Speed Shop.
And they are as nice a family as you could ever hope to meet. Great couple.
I knew that.
That's the erstwhile Buddy Baker. Dick Berggren, I'm Eli Gold. Glenn Jarrett, Matt Yoakum are on pit road. And that man, Kelly Moore, is on rails right now trying to pull down a victory. TNN Motorsports live coverage of the Gumout 100 is being brought to you by Super 8 Motels, over 1,600 throughout Canada and the United States.
If you added up all the hours you've spent rebuilding small blocks and boosting horsepower, you would have graduated from UTI by now. And you'd be getting paid for doing what you love. Call 1-800-884-4262 to find out how we can make you one of the best technicians in the world. Universal Technical Institute.
4 tires fueling out the door.
Feel the heat radiating out of your skin.
It's nasty hot.
We asked some of the hottest guys in the pits to switch antiperspirants.
Ultra Dry Degree, body heat activated.
Wow, I've never seen this before.
When your body heat rises, Degree Ultra Dry's powerful new form releases extra protection when you need it most.
This is one of the few products that can keep up with me. It kept me dry, ultra dry.
Worked better than my old stick.
New Degree Ultra Dry. Now more than ever, your body heat turns it on.
The proof is in the pits.
When you get heartburn, indigestion, and pain, don't get these to relieve all your symptoms. When pain this bad grabs you, don't grab these for complete or fast relief. Problems this bad need the 100% solution. Alka-Seltzer, the only one with effervescent power to speed relief and medicines for all your symptoms. Heartburn and pain are no problem with the 100% solution, Alka-Seltzer. And try the best tasting Alka-Seltzers ever, cherry and lemon lime.
Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner is uniquely formulated to instantly release brake dust and road grime, so your wheels will look new, even if your car isn't. Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner outperforms all leading wheel cleaners.
It started with a race on the beach. 50 years later, stock car racing is America's fastest growing sport, a testament to the vision of the France family. The story continues on the life and times of NASCAR's founding family, Wednesday at 8 Eastern on TNN. Get ready for racing excitement by the truckload.
Whoa, they touch. Trouble. Oh, wow. This is a super battle for the lead. Wow. Man.
It's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, where everybody makes an express run, but only one delivers. See the Yellow Freight 200, Saturday, May 23rd at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. And it's only on the leader in motorsports coverage, TNN Motorsports.
14 laps remaining. That's the running order here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Final moments of the NASCAR Busch North Series Gumout Long Life Formula 100. Glad you're with us here on TNN Motorsports. There's the battle for first, second, and third. Kelly Moore, Tom Carey Jr., Brad Layton. They have left by about a second now. Dale Shaw, you see him there in fourth in the black car. And, oh, a little blocking going on now.
Everybody jockeying for position.
Well, you got 12 laps to go. It's time to show what you got.
Oh, yeah. Carey seemed to have lost out on that deal. He was right on the back bumper of the 47 car, and he got going in that thing side to side. Now he's back by several car lengths.
Dick, you're exactly right. He ran him down, and that actually used the slower car to really close in on the back of Kelly Moore, but he got sideways coming out turn 2 and lost about 4 car lengths. Now he's closing back in on their leader.
It looks as though these guys, they've just hit the chassis setup because they've had no tire problems, as opposed to some of the top runners in the series. Stefanik and Christopher, who obviously have and are having tire problems again.
Now, Stefanik told me yesterday, this place, there is a very, very fine line between being very, very fast and just awful. I'd say he's on the wrong side of the fine line today, but these guys are on the right side.
The first 4 cars, as you can see, pitted against each other there, seem to be very, very... My prediction's really going to have to hurry up, though. My 4th place guy is running in 4th there and not closing in, Dale Shaw in the 60. I thought he would really put a sterling charge here on the last few laps, but he does not seem to be able to close in.
Well, consider that the car was finished at 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, yesterday morning. They brought it here from Center Conway, New Hampshire, and went racing with it. They've done themselves awfully proud, even if they don't get past 4th.
I would say that for sure.
We call that a home run. We call that a home run.
That's a home run.
Top 5 with a new car.
Put that on the back quarter panel. Say, Williams, what would you do?
You wouldn't bunt.
Nope.
You know, they named a big tunnel in Boston for him.
Really?
The big tunnel that goes from Logan Airport into the city of Boston. Great big new underground tunnel. The Ted Williams Tunnel. That's what this area thinks of Ted Williams. He's a real sportsman that these folks love.
Eli, we still have some lap traffic that they have to contend with here. You can see right there, Moore lost a little momentum, and they're closing in on him just a little bit.
Making their way through some traffic coming into the Paul Richardson 06. Paulie again, the super modified ace, said to me yesterday, you know what I need in this car? Some big old stacks coming out the hood. Brad Layton had an idea, but Richardson at the inside groove occupied.
He looked downstairs a couple of times, Layton did. Layton in the number 55, currently running third.
Dale Shaw hanging in fourth. Jeff Barry fifth. Jerry Marquis in sixth. Jamie Obie seventh. Penfold is eighth. Bobby Dragon ninth. Gigi Gravel is 10th. Dave Dion is 11th. Wall is 12th. Bowles 13th. Hirschman 14th. Ted Christopher now back to 15th. Turns 3 and 4. Coming to the stripe for 6 laps to go. There's the next battle between Barry in the 22 and Marquis in the 15. Next time they get to the stripe will be 5 miles, 5 laps remaining.
Marquis trying to look to the inside of Barry, just cannot get the run he needs to get by him.
Seems like when you get down real low this late in the race, all it takes is just a little bit too low, and he drops back. Anybody that's looked down the stairs has had a problem with that. Tough place to pass.
These fellows are 6 seconds behind the race leader, Kelly Moore.
Well, it's down to showtime now, Eli. Dick, if they have anything, they have to pull out and really get after it now. Forget the tires, forget everything, and go for the win.
Yep, this is it.
There they come, slipping and sliding off the turn. Kelly Moore, Tom Carey, Brad Layton, Dale Shaw.
Moore started on the pole, lost the lead a couple of times. He's had a great day, though.
It's been a while, too, as you watch Marquis and Barry make some contact there and give Marquis 5th and Barry back to 6th. It's probably going to be an emotional day, one would assume, for Kelly Moore. He hasn't won a race in 56 starts now. I mean, here's the guy who's the winningest driver in the Tour history. Hasn't won a race since Beach Ridge Speedway back in 1995.
Wow, Terry just turned left just then. It looked like he looked in the mirror and saw Brad Layton coming just a little bit and just cut right across the racetrack. I thought he'd had a problem.
Well, as bad as he wants to win this thing, he sure doesn't want to lose second either. Traffic.
And they're coming to 2 laps to go from flagman Billy Ryder.
Boy, Kelly Moore has to have a lot going through his mind. You can see right now, Kerry has not gone away. He's right there. Lap traffic will come to play, too.
Can't try any harder than he's trying.
John Swanson in the 25.
Well, he moves right over, doesn't he? He knows the leaders are back there. They give them all the room they need.
Lap and a half to go.
What a story. Fight his way back from cancer last year. Kelly Moore leading the race right to the very end here, but he has a lot of competition right on his back bumper.
And here goes Carey. Nothing there. 1 lap to go. They close it on the 20 of Ed Spencer.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
The 48.
Here comes Carey up on the inside there trying to get track position.
Kelly Moore makes his car wide. They're coming to the checkers.
These lap cars are going to have something to do with the end of it. You see Carey closing in there.
Right behind Spencer. Carey comes to the inside. He's blocked by Moore. Kelly Moore wins for the first time since 1995. It's his 3rd win at New Hampshire International Speedway and the 2nd win for Pontiac here today after Buckshot Jones took the honors of the NASCAR Busch Series race, Gumout 200 earlier this afternoon. What a finish. finish.
He worked for that one, didn't he?
He did.
Man, all that last traffic in front of him.
We will, of course, be going to victory lane.
Oh,
and
he
he'll
almost
slide it.
lost him right
Spencer
there.
slid
Spencer
it.
does. Spencer loses it.
That was on the
Guys, that
cool-down
was
lap.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
That was on the supposed cool-down lap.
Well, I saw the checkered flag flying. Wow.
Man.
What a finish. What a day. Kelly Moore is heading to victory lane, leading 51 laps today. We're coming right back.
In 20 years of racing, I've had some great moments.
And an upset victory it is. Phil Parsons. Phil Parsons is successful.
And a few tough ones as well. Well, I can't always protect my car, but in all my years around the track, I've never seen a product protect the motor like Duralube.
Independent tests prove when it comes to protecting your car's engine, nothing compares to Duralube. Duralube, tomorrow's technology today.
Husky, the toughest name in tools. Guaranteed forever. Available at the Home Depot.
You're mine. Introducing Kiwi car caring products. Washes and waxes with Rust Guard. Protectants with Endust for that one-of-a-kind Kiwi shine. Kiwi car caring products from the most trusted name in protection and shine.
This week, it's a Motor Trend exclusive. The first test of the limited production 98 Firehawk. It's the hottest of the pony cars, and we've got it. Motor Trend Television, today at 4:30, 1:30 Pacific on TNN.
We were there to help you plan your dream vacation. And we were there to help you prepare for that special occasion. We helped your small business grow, providing you with many new customers. Local Tel Yellow Pages. When you need us, we'll be there. Local Tel, a trusted name in Yellow Pages.
Welcome back, everybody. Quite a finish here at the NASCAR Busch North Series Gumout 100. Let's take a look at how it came to the stripe. The leader is the green and white car, Kelly Moore. Tom Carey right behind him. Couldn't make the move as the checkers are out from Billy Ryder atop the flag stand. You know, that was a pretty good finish right there, but how about the cool-down lap, fellas? You ever seen much like this?
I mean, Kelly almost lost it there. The winner almost lost it.
And
on the
Spencer
cooldown.
does.
Yeah. Well, there was a white flag right by the checkered flag, and maybe somebody saw that
I
white
know
flag.
what happened now. The leader was the only... The other guys were in the same lap, but they had to go all the way back around, and they were racing for position. I couldn't figure out what was going on there.
And Kelly Moore turns the donuts in celebration. Glenn Jarrett, quite a day, and I'm sure a lot of emotion down there.
Oh, absolutely, Eli. Great celebration. Kelly just now climbs to the car. Hey, man, congratulations. Great job. Not only did you beat the odds of the dreaded disease, but you whipped these guys in this field today, too. But tell us about that last lap. A big kiss here. A last lap. You really didn't know it was a checkered flag, did you?
No, I was pretty busy. You know, the lap cars, they were racing for position, too, Glenn. And we had our hands full. You know, we was watching the lap cars, trying to stay out of trouble, keep the fenders all on this thing. We can't win with the fenders off us. So we were paying attention to what we were supposed to be doing. I knew when the checker come out, everybody else would slow down.
Well, congratulations again, and congratulations on beating the disease. We're so proud of you. Hope to see you in victory lane again soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very, very happy fella. Kelly Moore. First win since 1995. We're coming right back.
I have to call home.
What's wrong?
I need to check in on Bobby.
Bobby?
Hey, Dad.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Did you mow the lawn?
No.
Yes!
Introducing the smooth-riding Kubota TG lawn tractor. Don't be surprised if you get attached to it.
Dad, I gotta go. Something's burning.
Whatever. Bye-bye.
Now, here's a woman who loves her garden so much she turned it into a growing business.
I come by this honestly. My grandparents were farmers. I've made bouquets for people for years, and people finally said, why don't you start selling those things? I think the secret behind a lot of this has to do with Miracle-Gro. Miracle-Gro has produced very sturdy plants, long stems, big blossoms. Look at the color. What more could I ask for? The compliment has to go to Miracle-Gro.
And we haven't said anything.
No. Check, see how many other guys have blistered tires, Matt, if you can.
Back with you here at New Hampshire International Speedway. The Andy Santerre fans still nicely in attendance, as we appreciate all of you folks who watched this afternoon of racing with us. And we all beat Mother Nature today, guys.
Boy, I tell you what.
Never did rain, did it?
Got up this morning, didn't get a good forecast, but
no.
I think this was the only place in the state that didn't have rain today.
Yeah, well, Eli had it right. He was watching those flags and the direction in which the wind was coming out of the north. The rain was coming from the south, just kept it out of here. At least that's as good excuse as any, huh?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Matt Yoakum is down in the garage area. Let's check in with him.
Well, Eli, we've caught up with Tom Carey. Congratulations. A great second place for you.
Thank you, man. This is awesome. This AAA aircraft supply, Monte Carlo was hooked up. We missed a little bit. We were fast in practice. I knew I had a good car for the race, but we just haven't quite figured out time trial setups, you know. But I knew I had a good car for the race. It just bided my time. Guys did a great job standing behind me, and this is just the start of a good thing to come here. I'd like to thank Joe Gleason, though, from AAA Aircraft Supply, Kevin and Jam Banding, my car owners, man. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And I just started on them little bull rings, Riverside, Monadnock, and we're finally getting this thing down pat here.
Well, he may need to work on qualifying, but he sure has some great string of top fives going, 3 straight. Here in the 1998 season.
Indeed it is. 3 straight top fives with a fine performance today, backing up a 4th at Lee USA Speedway and the win at Riverside Park a weekend ago.
Come along. Mailman, it's been a long time.
Whoa! Mailman! You grew hair.
That's right. Couldn't have done it without my Rogaine.
The new Rogaine Extra Strength for Men. It's concentrated. It gets more to the root to grow 45% more hair than the original.
Nice rebound.
Carl, sign my Rogaine. The new Rogaine. 45% more hair.
It delivers for me.
Want 50% more shine stuff? Get new Ultra Shine Protectant from Armor All. It's the ultimate shine.
I've seen every card there is. Thousands of cards. Super 8's VIP card. It says, congratulations, your reservation is guaranteed, and you get 10% off. Life's great at Super 8.
In NASCAR, recycling scrap metal is a job description.
Here you go, buddy. Man, these NASCAR rules are tough.
And you can do your part, too.
Rusty's found his true calling.
As Miller Lite presents TNN Motorsports Take Home a Piece of the Action sweepstakes.
Man, these pretty parts make great planners.
Watch the Winston Saturday, May 16th on TNN. On a postcard, write down who is leading at the end of the 50th lap. Send it in by May 23rd, and you could win a trip to the Pocono 500.
I hope they spell the name right. You think it'll matter?
Plus a piece of a car from one of these guys.
Hey, I hear Wallace scrap pays top dollar.
You'll meet one of the drivers, get a tour of pit row, and see the race in the TNN Luxury Suite.
You gotta watch TNN to win.
And you'll be qualified for the grand prize.
Hey, can you guys give me a hand over here? Yeah, we'll be right there.
A day at the Richard Petty Driving School and this one-of-a-kind 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Hey, maybe you should enter, Ricky. Are you old enough to drive yet?
Brought to you by Outback Steakhouse, Kawasaki, and Serengeti Eyewear.
Take home a piece of the action today.
Welcome back to New Hampshire International Speedway. The fans filing out after today's doubleheader of racing, the Gumout 200 and 100 for the Busch Series and Busch North Series of NASCAR to some of the beautiful countryside around Loudon, New Hampshire. And let's take a look at the numbers and the storyline today. Kelly Moore takes the win. Carey, Layton, Shaw, and Marquis. Bobby Dragon and Gigi Gravel, good one. Ted Christopher champions around the 13th, guys, which I guess in all was not bad in light of the tire situation for him.
Real good. Matched his car number.
And 18th for Stefanik, who fought very, very hard all day. Had tire problems from the very beginning.
On down the line towards the finish. Sullivan, Rick Fuller took it to the garage early, as we told you. And then the early retirees, Gallo, Manafort, and Kip Stockwell, the first retiree from today's event. When we return, we'll head back to the garage area and visit with Jerry Marquis. So do stay with us as TNN Motorsports is live in the Granite State of New Hampshire.
Pain keeping you awake? Now the effervescent power of new Alka-Seltzer PM gives you complete relief. Alka-Seltzer Speed plus a gentle sleep aid. The 100% solution to nighttime pain. New Alka-Seltzer PM. Sleep well.
4 tires fueling out the door.
We asked the hottest guys in the pits to switch antiperspirants.
Ultra Dry Degree, body heat activated.
When your body heat rises degrees, new Ultra Dry form releases extra protection.
Worked better than my old stick.
It kept me dry. Ultra Dry. New from Degree.
This NASCAR 50th anniversary moment is brought to you by Exide Battery.
Hueytown, Alabama's Bobby Allison was as ferocious a competitor as the NASCAR Winston Cup Tour has ever seen. And in 1983, Allison was, for the second straight season, in a knockdown, drag-out fight for bragging rights with Darrell Waltrip. DW had beaten Bobby for the title 1 year earlier by only 72 points. 1983 proved to be Bobby's turn to wear the crown.
Power when you need it. Exide Nautilus is a complete range of the finest marine batteries. High power to start the engine, deep cycle batteries to run bait wells, depth sounders, downriggers, and trolling motors, and dual purpose engineered to do both. Exide Nautilus, the brand that means dependability, reliability, and performance. Power when you need it, power you can trust. Look for Exide Nautilus, America's leader in marine batteries.
The 1983 war between Darrell Waltrip and Bobby Allison was just that, a war. Both Bobby and Darrell brought home the checkered flag 6 times. Over the final 5 races, the point lead of 106 for Allison would shrink to only 27. But with 2 races to go, after 23 seasons on the circuit, the trophy would belong to Bobby. He won one of the greatest season-long rivalries in the sport's rich history.
Take a ride during TNN's Wild Wild Web Week. It's your opportunity to ask the outdoor experts, talk to stars, learn a new step, decorate your home, get some fun facts on rodeo. Find out more about your unspoiled country with CBS's Dan Rather. Vote for best dancers, chat one-on-one with your favorite celebrities, or get in the driver's seat at a NASCAR race. All you need is a phone or computer, and you're connected. TNN's Wild Wild Web Week, hosted by .com.
Hey, that's me.
Starts May 16th.
We are back with you at New Hampshire International Speedway. Good day of racing today, really was. Hope you enjoyed it here on TNN Motorsports. Buckshot Jones and Kelly Moore, our winners today of the Gumout 200 and 100 here on TNN. I'll tell you something, with all the inexperience, all the youth in the Busch North Series race, Dick Berggren, it was basically a clean event.
It really was. In fact, both races had an extraordinary number of rookies in them, and by and large, they did very well and got some experience here. Most of them are bringing home a whole car, especially for the Busch North. They come back here 3 more times this year.
Right.
Good place for them to run.
Eli, the one thing we overlook with the Busch North up here, this is their Daytona. It's not something they do every week. So when they come here, setups, everything, are a bit of a mystery to them, except for the few that have been here before. So what a great run by all of them.
Let's go back to the garage and check in with Glenn Jarrett.
Hey, thanks, Eli. And one guy who has taken a real liking to this place is Jerry Marquis. A real solid 5th place finish today from way back in a 17th place start. He won here last year. Jerry, pretty good day, but you almost didn't make it to the end.
No, bobbled a little bit coming off of 4 over there, and it stalled, almost like stalled out, and then it picked up speed again, and I thought I was going to be all right, and I could feel it starting to slow back down, so I just brought it down to the inner part of the racetrack just to try to hold on to 5th spot, and we just made it by, I think, by a fender.
Well, what was it, a fuel problem? It wasn't picking up all the fuel? You think it's running out?
I think we ran out of gas. I heard a couple other teams already run out of gas here today, too, and it's kind of unusual because usually we can go like 110, 115 laps. And, you know, if we were 125 lapper, then we'd have question on it. But, and we had 2 cautions, too. It's kind of puzzling. We'll have to check that over and see what's going on here this week. And we got a little different carburetor, different motor this year, a little bit better program, I'm hoping. And we're just going to have to up that gas mileage so we get better gas mileage for next time.
Well, congratulations on a good top 5. We'll see you next time here. Now let's go to Matt Yoakum. He's with Brad Layton.
Well, Glenn, he almost pulled off the win. You held the lead for quite a while today. That last caution hurt you.
Yeah, it really did. The car really got tight after that last caution. And, you know, we had a great lead to, you know, halfway through it. But just one of them things, you know, lap traffic slowed us up a little bit and a few cautions. And, you know, we went out to come out here with a 3rd. We're excited about it. It's a brand new car for us. So, you know, we'll pick it up from here.
He can't wait to come back here in July.
Thoughts of Brad Layton as he looks forward to returning here and, of course, running awfully well on the entire NASCAR Busch North Series schedule. When we come back, a final thought as we look ahead to our coverage of the Winston, NASCAR's All-Star race 1 week from today.
In racing, the engine is everything.
What? It's the driver.
A driver will never see a finish line without a great engine.
The greatest engine will never see a victory lap without a great driver.
At least they agree on Texaco Haviland Formula 3 motor oil, the same oil you can buy right off the shelf. And also try Haviland Extended Life Antifreeze from Texaco.
The engine's the first thing over the finish line.
Not in Indy cars.
You thought it was over with, but you're still smoking. You keep trying to quit, but you keep lighting up. Zyban can help you look at quitting a whole new way. It's the nicotine in cigarettes that's addictive. It's been proven, and most people need help to quit. Today, there's nicotine-free Zyban. Not a patch, not a gum. Instead, the first pill that is part of a comprehensive program from your doctor can help you quit smoking. Zyban is prescription medicine that can help reduce your urge to smoke and make quitting bearable. It's important to know there's a risk of seizure associated with Zyban. To reduce the risk, don't take Zyban if you've had an eating or seizure disorder or are being treated with Wellbutrin. Don't take Zyban if you're taking an MAO inhibitor. Quitting is tough, and Zyban won't work for everyone. See your doctor or pharmacist for information written especially for patients. Ask your doctor if Zyban is right for you. And break free from nicotine. Break free from smoking.
Clean is my business. So when I'm on the road, Super 8's my motel. Clean carpets, clean seats, clean. Clean inside and out. Life's great at Super 8.
Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner is uniquely formulated to instantly release brake dust and road grime, so your wheels will look new, even if your car isn't. Castrol Super Clean All-Wheel Cleaner outperforms all leading wheel cleaners.
TNN Motorsports live coverage of the Gumout 100 has been brought to you by Texaco. Texaco, a world of energy. We are back with you at New Hampshire International Speedway. And fellas, this doubleheader now in the books with Buckshot Jones and Kelly Moore winning for their respective divisions. I can't wait till we all get together next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway for our coverage of the Winston, NASCAR's all-star race. And new format, lots of excitement that will be bringing the folks right here on TNN Motorsports.
It's what racing history is all about. When you go to the Winston, you run the Open there, it's all exciting.
And by the way, you can be part of TNN's Wild Wild Web Week. It's the premier all-star event, the Winston, and you'll be able to see the in-car cameras on the web at our home on the World Wide Web, country.com. So don't miss the Winston here on TNN Motorsports next Saturday evening. And also log on to country.com and we'll give you the in-car camera looks at all that takes place around the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lots of new paint schemes, all sorts of exciting things coming up. And we'll have it for you right here on TNN Motorsports. Coming up next here on TNN, Motor Trend Television. Hope you can make your plans. Stick around. That'll be coming up here at the top of the hour, just about 3 or 4 minutes from right now, as we bring you up to speed on all the goings-on around the world of racing. Kelly Moore holds off Tom Carey Jr. to take the big victory here today. And, of course, Buckshot Jones does the same on the NASCAR Busch Series side of things to win the Gumout 200. Dick Berggren, enjoyed it as always. Good to be up in your part of the country.
Fun time today. Look at this. That's action.
Buddy Baker, see you next week in Charlotte.
Absolutely, can't wait.
Glenn Jarrett and Matt Yoakum have been down on the pit lane today, bringing you all the stories from there and in the garage. And what a heartwarming victory it is for Kelly Moore. Battles back from cancer to win here at New Hampshire International Speedway this afternoon. Again, join us next Saturday evening from Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Winston NASCAR's All-Star Race is right here on TNN Motorsports. For the Dr. Dick Berggren, Buddy Baker, Glenn Jarrett, and Matt Yoakum, I'm Eli Gold. So long from New Hampshire.
TNN, America's Country Home, is a service of CBS Cable.
On the next Hot Rod TV, we'll head to Michigan for some red-hot highlights as the world's quickest street cars do battle. Hot Rod TV, today at 4:30, 1:30 Pacific on TNN Motorsports.
Here's your brakes, Phil, and don't forget to check your lines for leaks. Speaking of leaks, it looks like a little chili leaked on your shirt there. You know, Club Soda ought to get that out.
Say, Jim, my starter's making a funny sound.
Kind of like,
Yeah, and I heard the